The finals launch dropped on December 10th, gathering over 240,000 players on Steam alone. However, there's a few indicators that shows that it will not last as long as we've all hoped for. So, is the finals already forgotten about? Well, let's talk about it. To start things off is one extremely important topic that I think is needed to be mentioned, which is the variety in the game, basically. Because right now there isn't really anything like special. You just have the basic game, right? You don't have anything different in the game, any game modes that actually change the gameplay really, because we have Banquet and Tournament, right? And cash out, but cash out and tournaments is the same thing. Banquet is, it's a bit different, but it's still like the same like cash out thing in a way. You steal money, you put it in a cash out, right? So I think we need something that's completely different, something that, so it balances out the game. So you can, sometimes you'll play cash out, sometimes you'll play Banquet, sometimes you'll play entirely different game mode, basically. And the reason why we need variety is because right now what entertains the majority of the player base is obviously the basic gameplay. So like the crazy destruction, the weapon gameplay, everything, the utilities, stuff like that. But in the long run, when we don't get new game modes, utilities, and different gameplay changes, the game's going to become pretty stale, or really stale, if we're gonna be honest. Because the chances of a game surviving without doing these big changes to its gameplay and the meta in the game, the chances of surviving that is extremely low. Hyperscape, Splitgate, Bloodhunt, all those games just went up and then downhill after a few weeks or months, depending on. So new modes that are special from each other is extremely important, because different people like different things, right? And for example, I'm not just saying that it's going to die for no reason, because we already see, just like Splitgate, just like Hyperscape and Bloodhunt, that the player count just skyrockets, right? And then after a week or two, it just goes down, down. Like we see right now, the player count from launch has actually gone down over 100,000 in 2 weeks. It's a brand new game, everyone was hyped about it, but now it's gone down 100,000 players. And that's not even to mention that their peak player count was actually in the playtest. So people that played in the playtest doesn't play now. So all the hype for the game basically was in the playtest. But now that it's launched, not as many people play it anymore. And especially now, since it's gone down over the past 2 weeks. And if we look on Twitch to see the viewers over there, they aren't really that big either, which is, it's really important for a new game. Because, if Fortnite or Apex or, these big games got low view count on Twitch, then it doesn't really matter that much. They still have the player base, they still have, people that always will come back for them, for the games. But with the finals, it's a brand new game, and it doesn't have these high numbers to start off on, which is just, it's a bad sighting for now, but we'll see what happens in the future. There isn't really big streamers either streaming it, which I think they should invest on actually getting sponsored streams by these really big streamers, so they can get some numbers in over there, promote it with the streamers, so people start to play it, because the streamers are playing it. So with this situation right now, player count going down, viewers aren't that big on Twitch, which makes me think that it's just gonna lead into another Hyperscape X like Splitgate situation where it just got all the hype and then it just completely drops. Or it could be like the Playerbase drops in 1 or 2 months whenever a new season comes out, big gameplay changes, completely like revamp the game, but 90% of the community was away, or the Playerbase, and those 10% played 24/7 hours every single day and got insanely good at the game. So whenever these like average players come back after 2 months, it's gonna be impossible for them to survive, right? Which is just gonna make it so that the people that come back will play 3 matches, die completely, rage, uninstall the game, just like what happened in Hyperscape. So yeah, if they manage to entertain people and maintain as much people as possible now, like right now in the beginning, then maybe the finals might become one of the bigger games. But as it looks like right now, I mean, it's a 50-50 situation, if we're gonna be honest. And probably one of the most important things in a game to keep the viewers high on like Twitch, any streaming platform, or like just like normal views on like long form videos on YouTube, is to have a good esports scene, good competitive. But the problem with the finals is that the gameplay is just so random that, you know, buildings just collapse. There's so much randomness in the finals, which in my eyes, creating a good like esports scene in the finals, I think it's gonna be extremely tough. Because if they don't manage to have a good tournament like competitive scene in the finals, then I mean, that's a big chunk of like viewers that watch for the pro players competing. So yeah, that was another thing that I wanted to mention. So esports and competitive basically needs to be there, but it's gonna be tough. I hope that it stays. I hope that it's here to stay, because I mean, I love the game. I love Apex. I love the finals. I mean, yeah. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on the finals in its current state. Like I said, I don't want the game to die nor like lose attention, because I generally think the concept of the game is like really good. I mean, FPS action, demolition, you know, everything. I'm here for it. I'm more like worried for it, because I've been through both Splitgate and Hyperscape, uprises and downfalls, as well as Bloodhounds. It's sad to see like one of your favorite games just completely dying off, even though like people enjoyed Hyperscape, right? People enjoyed Splitgate, but it can still die. So that's what could happen with the finals. Like, everyone loves the finals, right? 90% of people who play it loves it, but it could still die, like exactly what happened with Splitgate, right? I just wish that the dev team manages to maintain the playbase so that we can have the finals and enjoy it for many more years. We'll see. So yeah, that's just been my thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe and hit that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.